Welcome or welcome back. My name is Hoto, and today I will be your host of some sorts today. So, in my recent side quest, I've been looking at a lot of pickup artists and alpha males, and then I thought, what would happen if I combined these two? If I found an alpha male pickup artist, and I did it. His name or his internet persona is Dimitri the Lover. Dimitri the Lover is his actual name was James Sears. And before I get into any big information, we're just gonna hop right into a couple videos just to get you a little smidgen of a taste of the power of James. All right, and yeah,
Yeah, hi there, Olga. It's Dimitri. Sorry I had to leave such a rushed message with you when we met the other day. I just want to quickly give you my phone number, and I had to get the heck out of the area.
oh,
In any event,
I had to get the heck out of there. You know what I mean?
I figure I better leave you a more detailed message and
Hmm.
explain why I
Yeah, yeah. Like he has to explain his order and stuff, you know
approached
what
you.
I mean? What he really.
I am single.
Yeah.
I have no trouble meeting women. I mean, women approach me six, 7 times a day.
This is an approach I never understood with pickup artists. It's like, oh, I have no trouble meeting women. Actually, I have 5 threesomes lined up right after this. I actually have 15 women sleeping in my closet just all ready for me, you know? And it's like, and you should really like me because of that, because I'm so high value. And it's just like, the thought process is a little flawed. Like, I feel like with a relationship, you should, uh, you know what? It's okay.
But I'm very particular about what I like. You're extremely elegant. I couldn't take my eyes off of you, and your friends were very jealous. Even
I
if
only
they say
like
they weren't,
Albanian
they
stray
were envious
dogs.
at the fact that I approached you,
Uh,
and I was very taken.
I'm sure they were dripping, sodden panties. They were just dripping with jealousy from, like, for Olga, how she would get such a stud like Dimitri, you know? I understand. I truly
Taken
do.
by you. Elegant women are very rare. I'm Greek, and I'm very
Oh,
particular about what I
shit.
like. So I'm
Fuck,
giving
he's
you an
Greek.
opportunity here. I don't know if you pick
Oh.
up the messages on the weekend, but I'm working on a movie script, so I'm pretty much around all weekend doing that. I left you my number, 416-918-4. This looks like a landline, and
How the fuck would he know that? He's like, well, in my expert opinion, 54621. That's a landline. I know that. Hmm. Shit. Actually, the address is 672 Cardinal Lane. Hmm.
if it is, you may not get the message till Monday. But when you do, call me, and then we'll get together for coffee and chat and let the romance
Yeah, I'm
begin.
sure. I'm sure that's where it's going. I'm sure the romance is about to begin, Dimitri.
You look very taken aback by my approach, and I hope that isn't timidness. I hope it was just a little bit of shock at being approached so directly,
Yeah, I'm sure
because I
it's
don't
just
really date timid
timidness.
women
Oh,
because I'm a
he
very
doesn't like
direct,
him.
very passionate.
Fuck. Well, if you're timid, God save you. Dimitri doesn't want you. Nobody wants
And
you.
very assertive man, and I want a woman who's very independent and strong. So anyway, we'll talk about that. But I just wanted to formally introduce myself.
Yeah.
Now I have. I leave the ball in your court. You call me as soon as you have the courage to.
What the fuck was that? As soon as you gather up the courage to call me, do it, pussy. And it's like I don't quite understand the play there. It's like should she have to gather up courage
Hey,
to
Olga.
call
Talk to
Dimitri?
you soon. Bye. Hi there, Olga. It's Dimitri calling again, the guy from the street. I left you a message several days ago. You said you were interested. Now, here's the way I work. I don't like leaving second messages,
Oh shit. You've angered Dimitri. This is your last
but I
chance,
like you.
Olga.
You're a very elegant woman. You're very attractive. But, I don't play that game. I know your friends tell you not to return calls. You're playing games like you see on stupid TV shows. So here's how it's going to work. It is now 4:30 on Wednesday. Now I'll
You have 5 days, or else everyone you love, your family, they won't see you ever again.
assume I'll assume that you've already left work
Oh, what the
because
fuck?
some people leave early,
Yeah,
and I'll
yeah.
grant you that. But if I do not receive a phone call back from you by 3 o'clock Thursday afternoon, I'm no
Oh
longer
shit.
interested,
Oh
and you
fuck.
can erase my
Oh,
number. I don't play
oh
games like
no.
that.
Dimitri, he's not interested in you. Oh, you were playing games. Oh,
I'm completely single. I'm very intelligent. I'm great in bed. I make great money. Believe it or not, I'm a complete catch.
uh, the best men are the ones that tell you they're a catch.
I've only
Trust
been
me.
single 4 months. I had a long distance relationship. Went a year. It's very tough to maintain it like that, and it didn't work out. There's nothing wrong with me.
I feel like this was a weird, just like, there's nothing wrong with me, was kind of like odd. Because, like, just because you broke up with a girl in a long distance relationship, like, that doesn't imply that, like, there's anything wrong with you. It shit just didn't work out, you know? And it's like, for him having to clarify that, I feel like, it's probably not too. Uh, you know, I think it's safe to assume, like, he might have some issues in his life, and we'll explore those later on.
Matter of fact, I'm one of the few men in the city that has nothing wrong with him.
Oh, oh, he
So I'm
doubles
giving you
down.
that 3 o'clock deadline. If I don't hear from you, you lose my number. I'm
Oh,
erasing yours right now, so you won't be hearing back from me.
oh, no.
So that's it. 3 o'clock tomorrow,
Oh,
or you can just completely forget it.
oh.
Now I understand if you've got other issues, like maybe you're not playing games, maybe you've had, I don't know, maybe you were abused.
Maybe your mom's been in the hospital for 6 months, and you just haven't really gotten back to me. I understand. It's okay. You could just call me back whenever you want, you know? It sounds like he sounds like those men that get left on red for like a week and then send a message about how it's just then they send a message about how oh, it's okay. I know you have things going on, and you can just contact me whenever you want to. And then it's so sad.
Abused in childhood, maybe your mother has cancer, you're
Oh,
going
what
to
the fuck?
chemo, maybe you're just
Jesus Christ, Dimitri. What in God's earth is this? I thought my shit was insane. Holy fuck.
the person who's extremely frightened or has an anxiety disorder, maybe you're on some medication.
Oh, shit. It's just like those pickup artists said. Diagnose her. Yeah. First of all, diagnose her with an incurable disease that explains her discomfort with you. Then, help her fix it by just ignoring it and pretending everything's okay. Ah, shit.
For that, I don't know. There could be another issue that I'm not aware of. But nobody
Wonder
says
what it could
call
be,
me,
Dimitri.
hands a person a business card, and then doesn't return calls. It's extremely passive aggressive. You should actually look that up, passive aggressive personality disorder.
The fuck?
And
Yeah, I guess he is just pulling the diagnose her with random diseases
you
shit.
let me know if you've got issues, psychological issues, if you're
Let me know if you have
on
psychological
any
issues. I
sort of
can help.
medication for anxiety or depression, I'm not interested.
Oh,
Okay? But if
oh.
you're psychologically normal and you haven't called me because there's been some horrible thing that's happened in your life which prevented you, that's fine.
That's the only excuse for not returning Dimitri's calls.
But otherwise, don't call me. Okay? Bye.
Oh. Anyways, this is just a short clip of Dimitri's beauty and vast knowledge, I guess. So anyways, on a more serious note, I'm gonna get into more of the lore of Dimitri himself, or maybe even James Sears, the person behind Dimitri. Hold on. Before like I depart, before we get into his life as actual like James Sears, we're gonna get into Dimitri the Lover clip first. Just a bonus little goofy clip I found online.
Pickup artists aren't even getting to the point of getting the woman in bed. That's a bunch of bullshit. Most of them cannot prove that they're able to do it. I had a journalist following me around. In 35 minutes, I got 5 phone numbers.
What the fuck? 35 minutes? I don't even think I could do that, Dimitri.
I can get numbers. That's not a problem. I can get women into bed. Most of these guys can't.
No, Dimitri, I, I, I don't think you can. I don't want to be that, like, Debbie Downer kind of guy, but, like, I, I don't know, Dimitri. I don't know.
They can't. So, you know what? Once you got the woman in bed, I don't care if you like to put on female lingerie, wear lipstick, and have
Wait,
her
what?
fuck you up the ass with a strap on. The point is getting.
What? Whoa. Dimitri, that was a little, I think Dimitri has something he wants to tell us. Maybe, 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 I don't know.
Her into bed. I don't care what you do afterwards. If you want to be dominant over her and she's into it, knock yourself out. But in my opinion, women generally want the man to submit to their sexual needs. But that's different than being submissive. When I say submit, it means.
This sounds like a whole fucking bunch of cope right here. Bro is just coping.
You know, most women complain they don't get enough oral. That's the number one thing. Now, I say submit to her sexual needs. Eat her out. It doesn't mean that you're being submissive per se.
Dimitri, I would have to disagree. Maybe he isn't the alpha giga chat I thought he was. Maybe he isn't. So right here I have a sort of a well, that's not a short synopsis. I have an interview with Dr. James Sears. So let me clue you in on some information beforehand. So Dr. James Sears actually was a accredited doctor until he sexually assaulted, I believe it was either a patient or a nurse, and then he got his license revoked and couldn't practice medicine again. So maybe his claims about being intelligent are indeed substantiated by his medical field endeavors. And but regardless, this is another one of those cases, sort of like Andrew Tate-Lee. Like, when I say this, I mean it in a sense of he's saying like it's all for the troll, dude, and it's just like it would be if you didn't get arrested like twice for sexual assault and then harassment. You know, it's just like at some point, where does the trolling begin and where does the trolling end, I guess? Or where does the sexual assault begin and the trolling stop? I don't know. Just some lines to think
Media.
about.
And I'm here today and I'm excited to announce that I have an interview with James Sears.
All right,
I'm not
fuck you. I
biased
don't
in
want to.
Canada
Oh,
everywhere.
Jesus.
Of the and he's
Oh, also, yeah, he is Toronto-based, so that's why they're talking about Canada.
also the editor of Your I'm Under Fire.
For sure.
Why don't you tell our viewers exactly why Your Word News is so controversial and how you got
No, I don't want to know about that.
Trolling on Usenet.
Oh,
I'm
here.
going to say over 20 years. I've been a troll, an online troll I'm going to say over 20 years. I initially started trolling on Usenet. I used to do
Keep in mind, I don't know what the fuck Usenet is. This shit is older than me. Like, I don't really know. But Dimitri's like the OG fucking creepy sexual deviant man or something. I don't know.
food reviews as Dimitri the Greek stud. And these food reviews, I'd review a restaurant, legitimate review of the restaurant's food, and then I would review the potential to get laid at the restaurant, and I would review how the waitresses looked and all this other stuff.
Okay, so I feel like to a certain extent, that could be funny. You know, if you were just reviewing food and then you did a side note how likely you are to get laid, except aside from the waitress's part, I think it's not a bad idea. Like conceptually, that's could be funny. You know what I mean? Like that isn't where the insanity starts.
And it was meant to troll feminists. And people were very upset, but I had a lot of followers. And at that time, people weren't as thin skinned as they are nowadays.
This was the late 90s?
This is the late 90s on Usenet. You can find a lot of the posts still there. Then I came up with the idea of becoming Dimitri the Lover, who was really a satirical figure, a performance artist in essence, a
Yeah, like here's where it all starts to go
person
downhill. Once he became Dimitri the Lover, it was all over.
that would teach men seduction and treat women like sluts.
Also, like, this one's kind of weird. It's like, there's, like, there's so many red flags in this thing. And, you know, I don't think I have to explain.
And Dimitri the Lover took off, and feminists were outraged, absolutely outraged.
And I didn't even think feminism was that big of a deal in the late 90s, but what were you triggered by it, or why were you so what motivated you to want to
Good
troll
question.
Well,
Fucking basic ass beta male over here is a good question.
you know,
Shit.
all you have to do is interact with women, modern women, for about a decade, and then you begin to figure out there's something wrong. And feminism has destroyed women's psyche completely. I mean, we can get into that. It's a very long and involved topic, and we don't need.
Oh, I, I don't think I have enough brain cells to go through that. But as you can see, just like a short little glimpse into the Dr. James Sears rabbit hole, and you see a lot of people were outraged by like Andrew Tate and shit like that. But I would say Andrew Tate isn't nearly as bad as as fucking Dimitri the Lover. I would say Dimitri is definitely worse. Yeah. And it's not just because of the facts like that he says all these things or he believes all these things. That in itself is bad, sure. But that isn't where the line gets crossed. With Andrew Tate, I feel like the line was a bit blurry and it wasn't really you weren't really able to substantiate where exactly he lies in terms of like the women treating. Obviously in terms of like fucking like the Hustlers University, that shit was the biggest scam on earth. That's not cool, you know. But Dimitri the Lover, it's like, all right, you've went to jail like twice for sexual assault. One, you lose your doctor's license. It's like it's hard to side with a man like this, and even if it is for like what he says, the art of the troll, it's just there's a point where trolling stops, and it just becomes being a like, touch depraved lunatic that thinks women are objects and is probably a sexual assaulter. You know, it's just, anyways. That being said, I was initially gonna make like a little bit longer on this, but I I don't think I can. I don't think I have the heart or the brain cells to expend on this. So yeah, at the end of the day, like everything on a more serious note, don't be like this fucking loser. I know I say that every time I end a video like this, but yeah, just don't be like him, and you'll be successful in life. And I want you to know, I love you. But no matter how pathetic you get, you'll never be as pathetic as this man. I want you to know that, bro. Anyways, good luck, guys, and yeah. Also, some channel updates. The music video I'm gonna be posting maybe a raw audio, like just raw vocals of it sometime, perhaps. And I'm gonna be developing like the backtrack for it sometime, like this week, next week. Anyways, just stay tuned for that. And if you like the video, like it. If you like this kind of content, subscribe, share it with other people, so we can, so we can get a little bigger, so the community can expand. Anyways, yeah, if you enjoy my videos, I'm gonna link a Discord that most of my close friends and viewers are on, and yeah, that's about it. So my name is Hoto, and I am signing out.